This one came, we're behind. Can we do it?
We on it.
We on it. There's always a chance. Hey Canes fans, this is Perk. Just win Canes. I'm not at the Courtyard Marriott. I am, however, in the courtyard of the Marriott. Was hoping I would be coming to you after this game today with talking to you about how we either won, pulled a close one out, or about all the positives that we had in this game after a very narrow loss. I don't have that. We got blown out by Florida State today. So many things wrong. I don't even know how to even pinpoint one of them. But at the end of the day, we are terrible. That is the reality. We are a terrible football team. So many questions. One is, has Cristobal lost the locker room? Are these kids even playing for him? We had so much experience in that coaching staff. Charlie Strong, Jason Taylor, Cristobal, Steele, Ed Reed. We got guys that had championship rings with their respective colleges. Some obviously with the Canes, Hall of Famers, former head coaches. But this is the product they're putting on the field right now. It's bad. This is god awful. I mean, I know now how FSU felt 2 years ago. We blew them out of the stadium. We're terrible today. Something like 9 turnovers, only 188 yards of total offense, and of that, only 62 passing. The only strong point that we had coming into this game was passing, and we couldn't even do that. Tyler Van Dyke is obviously injured, should not have even been on the field, not even suited up. I saw him throw a pass into the ground that was intended for Restrepo, who was wide open when he rolled out to the right, and he went 10 yards right into the ground. And they pulled him after that. We went through all of our quarterbacks today. Like, we are desperate. After halftime, came back after halftime down. You think that, Coach, that in his quest for leadership would, pull the team together, get them guys at least to compete in the second half. Looked terrible, looked unorganized, jumping offside. I mean, penalties. We had 4 or 5 turnovers. Just looked awful. This did not look like a rivalry game. This did not look like guys showing up to protect their reputation, to not be disrespected in their own house. You got FSU clowning us in our own house, on our own field. I mean, that's bad. We supposedly, I think I heard a sportscaster say that this is the worst streak at home for Miami since like 72 or 73. That's incognible. It's just unbelievable. So, like I said a few weeks ago, I think we're at that point where we just need to say this is a total rebuild. We're going to strip this thing down to the engine block. And, I mean, let's not even talk about bowl contention. We're not going to make bowl contention. Even if we do, what is the product we would put on the field in a bowl game? Who will we even play? Like, we're terrible right now. And on top of that, Josh Gaddis, offensive coordinator, he needs to be done. I don't think they would retain him. I said this a few days ago that if we lost to FSU, that we probably would not retain him. I think that he needs to be gone. And he needs to be gone now. I don't think. What's the point? We haven't scored a touchdown in like 3 or 4 games. Not a single freaking touchdown in 3 or 4 games. He needs to be gone. Go ahead and promote Ponce to interim offensive coordinator. Let Gaddis going down the road, find him some other team to coach. He is not going to get it done. We need to move on from him and start shopping for an offensive coordinator. Steele, after the last game against Virginia, keeping them out of the end zone, I would say that we have made some improvement, but then even the defense digressed in this game, regressed. The whole team is not playing. And I realize we have guys injured. And I realize that, there's a lot of other factors, but these boys ain't playing. And I feel like the coaching staff has not reached them. They have not found what it takes to motivate them in here. We know they have the physicality, the physical attributes to play, and they're just not doing it. So that's where Cristobal needs to step in and, make changes in the staff. I feel like he'd probably do some of those in the off season when the season is over. But I think our offensive coordinator needs to get his walking papers tonight. I think he needs to go. He ain't the only problem. That's not the only problem, but we got to start somewhere. And if we had maybe 6 wins or so, I would say, okay, let's run the season out and make that evaluation at the end of the season. But I think the season's a wash. I don't think you can hurt anything after this game by getting rid of Gaddis. He's done. He is not an effective offensive coordinator. Send him down the road, pack him. Move on. I'm going to have to, watch this game at some point when I get back to the Canes Cave. Giving you what I saw from the stands, from being at the game. But, obviously when you're looking at things on TV and camera angles, you can see a little more. But from, what I saw from a fan's perspective in the stands, we not looking good. Looking terrible. Well, tell me what you saw in the comments below. What you think we need to do to move forward, staff-wise, player-wise, and what is the effect that this game had on recruits? We had 60-something, 63 recruits or more at this game. Some were probably verbal commits, and some were probably on the fence, which you probably lost, because I'm thinking if I'm on the fence of going with Miami after that game, I'm probably not going to go with them. I don't know. But whatever your thoughts are, put them in the comments below. See you back at the Canes Cave. Go Canes.